was pressing me, and he ended up pinning me against the wall. But I mean, he had my neck, and this happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe and I was on the floor. I could not breathe. I had just gotten back together. I had broken up with him, and then he came back the last 2 nights, and everything was perfect. And then we started two arguments, and I ended up getting scared, and I think that I overreacted, or not overreacted necessarily, but reacted, and I just didn't know exactly what might happen.
26-year-old Courtney Clenny, who appeared to be a victim of abuse, was brought to the Miami Police Department on April 3, 2022 for questioning. She stabbed her boyfriend in the chest with this knife in an attempt to defend herself from alleged abuse. However, it is not so clear who the abuser was and who was being abused. Confused? Well, watch this. This CCTV footage captured an incident that took place a few weeks prior to Christian being stabbed in his chest. Courtney's portrayal of the dynamics within the couple during the interrogation contradicts the roles of victim and abuser as evident in the footage. To untangle this complex web, let's take a quick look at their backgrounds and then delve deeper into the interrogation to understand Courtney's psyche. Courtney Clenny, famously known as Courtney Taylor, was an Instagram influencer and OnlyFans sensation with a staggering 2 million followers. She started dating 27-year-old Christian Toby Obumseli in late 2020. Christian was a cryptocurrency investor and was doing well for himself. However, the couple were reported to have a very toxic relationship where Courtney was often found to be an aggressor. Having an on and off relationship, the couple broke up in late March 2022. However, within a week, the couple reconciled again on April 1st. On April 3rd, 2022, the couple had an argument in their Miami apartment where things, quite literally, got out of hand. According to Courtney's account, she threw a knife towards Christian from a distance of 10 feet in self-defense. The resulting stab wound was severe, leading to Christian's prompt hospitalization after responders arrived at their apartment, following Courtney's 911 call reporting the incident. In terms of self-defense, apparently Courtney's aim defied the laws of physics, creating a stab wound deeper than logic would allow at a mere 10 feet. Let's untangle this narrative by taking a critical approach and observing the interrogation room in Courtney's account more closely.
I'm assuming I'm the blue chair.
Yes, please. Just do this for me so I can take that off.
Is a paper towel or tissue or anything?
Yeah, okay, we have it.
I've been crying a lot. Thank you.
Can I use this in the meantime?
Okay.
And they're bringing the water right now, okay?
Thank you.
Wait, once close this, okay?
Is somebody coming for me?
Yeah, he's coming right now.
One of the classic moves in an interrogation is to leave the suspect unattended in the interrogation room for an extended period of time and observe. It serves multiple purposes. It applies psychological pressure, inducing a growing sense of anxiety in the suspect, while also providing valuable insights and helping detectives to study the behavior of the suspect, based on which they can formulate strategies for the interrogation. It is evident in the clip that Courtney is aware of the fact that she's being recorded. She consistently engages in a display of weeping and sobbing, seemingly crafting an image of emotional distress that could potentially serve as her defense strategy. It is too early for the detective to judge if she's genuinely remorseful or her actions are just a part of her manipulation. Let's see how she responds when the detectives finally enter and begin the questioning.
My apologies for being absolutely fucking covered in blood.
Listen, you don't have to apologize, okay? I completely understand. All right? Things happen, and you can't control it. Okay? So you don't have to apologize for it. All right. Detective Racino, okay, and then my partner Sergeant Rodriguez. Okay. Today's Sunday, April 3, and the time is 7:36 p.m. All right. What's your first name?
Courtney.
Courtney. Can you spell it for me, please?
COURTNEY.
Okay. And your last name?
Courtney. CLENNEY.
Okay. This is
That's
in a row.
right here.
Well, he's still in the hospital right now, so okay. Just take a breather, okay? I know this must be very rough for you right now.
No, we were supposed to go to the park with my dogs today. Like, I just is not how I expected this to. Sorry. Okay, what's the next question?
Okay. Are you currently living there?
Yes.
How long have you guys been living there?
Since the first or second week of January.
Okay. This year? 2022.
Yeah, we moved here January this year together from Boston.
From Boston?
From Boston.
From Boston. Oh, okay. When did you guys come to Miami from Boston?
We visited last year in March, and we loved it. And we travel all the time together. We like the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always wanted to live here. So he was like, he wanted to move to London. I wanted to move here. And I was like, maybe we should start in the U.S.
Yeah,
and he was like that, and we did it. So,
okay. How long have you guys been together?
About 2 years.
About 2
years. A year
years?
and a half to 2 years, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is he okay?
He's still at the hospital. They're still,
I know.
monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank
Okay.
God.
So
that's all I need.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay.
And once we're done, I'll go talk to them again and see what's the update. Okay. All right.
It's truly intriguing to observe this woman whose boyfriend lies hospitalized due to a stab wound inflicted by her. In the first meeting with detectives, she offers apologies, not for the gravity of the situation or the condition of her boyfriend, but rather for the inconvenience caused by the blood she's drenched in. The keen-eyed primary detective, Yermaine Briceno, seizes on this peculiar choice of focus. Employing the minimizing method, he downplays the severity of the crime, subtly conveying that it wasn't as serious as it might have appeared. This tactic aims to instill a false sense of reassurance in the suspect, encouraging them to believe their actions aren't as grave as they may think. As the questioning is still in the interview phase, the detective artfully extracts personal information and establishes a general rapport. Oblivious to this strategy, Courtney engages in the conversation, fueled by her need for an ego boost, and she starts to reveal more than she intended. Her body language is louder than her words. It's here, after a few minutes into the interview, that Courtney finally asks about her boyfriend. However, a sudden shift occurs in Courtney's demeanor when she discovers that Christian's treatment is ongoing. Although she gets excited by the fact that Christian is still alive, she quickly slides into a more defensive posture. The prospect of the police speaking to him once he gets better hits her significantly, causing a noticeable change in tone and demeanor.
So you said 1.5 years to 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said that today you guys were supposed to go to the park?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We were, well, I'll just let you ask questions and I'll answer.
No, you can tell me whatever you want. You can tell me whenever you want.
Yeah, we had just gotten back together. I had broken up with him, and then he came back the last 2 nights, and everything was perfect. And then start into an argument, and I ended up getting scared, and I think that I overreacted, or not overreacted necessarily, but reacted, and I just didn't know exactly what might happen. Yeah, we were right before anything happened. We were going to walk the dogs, down to this park over by like the Paramount, which has like the beach volleyball and basketball court and all that. We're gonna walk over there and let my dog Ranger play soccer. That was my plan for the day, and then go
How old are you
to the movie. Or you go to a movie tonight in Miami Beach. My dogs are 8 years old.
8 years old? Oh, okay. Both of them?
Yes.
Oh. You've had them all 8 years? Since they were babies?
Yes.
Oh. What breed are they?
Many
Mini Aussies? I love those.
too.
Super small.
Yeah.
You guys lived in Austin before here, right? Between the first and second week of January, you guys moved to Miami. You guys stop anywhere before coming to Miami, or did you move somewhere else between Austin and Miami, or you went straight to Miami?
We drove the U-Haul from Austin to Miami. Took us like 2 days. I didn't drive one bit, because he went the whole way. So like a day and a half. No, we just stopped a bunch of places on the way.
Does he have any family?
He does. He has.
Yeah.
He has his mom and grandma. He's closest to.
Mom and grandma?
Mm-hmm.
We're here in Miami, or?
They live in Dallas. I think his grandma may still be in Nigeria, because they visit a lot, but I think that they're back in Dallas.
Okay.
He has a brother that lives in I think Houston. I don't know where his sister lives.
Do you happen to know off the top of your head their phone number, or?
None of theirs, no.
No?
No.
Do you have it on your phone number, on your phone, or no?
I think that I would have his mom on my phone for sure, and then maybe his grandma.
Oh, okay. What's his mom's name?
You know, he told me. I think I'm terrible right now.
Yeah. That's like remembering.
And I met her multiple times, and I've been to her house, and I still didn't tell you. That's pretty bad.
I mean, how many times have you seen her?
4 times.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's spread apart, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't imagine to like remember somebody's name that easy. So I'm really bad at remembering names too. So again, how about his brother? You know his brother's name, or no?
He's very like not, I guess, like too thorough with talking about. I mean, that's not really probably like the word, but not like too thorough. I feel like I calmed down a little bit once he told me like they're just like talking to him. Okay, so I can talk again. They're like, he's not really like that thorough or something. He doesn't really talk as much about his family as I do mine. I talk about my family all the time.
Okay. Where's your family at?
In Austin.
You're all in Austin?
All in Austin, yeah.
You have a big family, small family?
I am the most. I'm the closest with my immediate family. My mom, my dad, and my little sister.
Okay.
So not really that big of a family.
Okay. What's your mom's name?
Deborah.
Deborah. And your dad's?
Kim.
Kim.
Mm-hmm.
What are their last names?
Clenny.
Clenny.
Cleney.
And your sister?
Morgan.
The distinction between manipulation and genuine remorse often lies in how suspects downplay their actions and avoid taking accountability. In the clip, Courtney makes a correction when she states she reacted during the fight, rather than admitting she may have overreacted. Not once does she acknowledge that Christian's condition is a result of the stab wound she inflicted, raising doubts about her sincerity. Moreover, there are observable traits of narcissism in Courtney's behavior, as her focus seems predominantly self-centered. Apologizing for being covered in blood, as if maintaining a perfect appearance during an interrogation is crucial, showcases this aspect. Additionally, she expresses contentment that her boyfriend will probably make it without delving into follow-up questions about his well-being. Courtney's assertions that Christian hasn't disclosed details about his family and close relationships, even after 2 years together, while she herself openly shares experiences and information about her family, carry a subtle tone of complaint, adding another layer to her character.
So how about before we go into like the details of what happened today, okay? I have to swear you in and read you a couple other paperwork. It's just normal process for everybody, with victims, witnesses, everybody. Okay, so
I got a chance to talk to Christian today.
to who?
Christian.
Who's this? Oh,
The victim.
They haven't told me his
Or
name
I
yet.
don't know if I'm the victim.
No.
He's definitely the victim. What'd you say?
No, he didn't know his name, so he was confused. I was the one that wants to see.
I just assume everybody knows everything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Not always.
Will I get a chance to talk to him?
We'll see once.
If he
We'll see once we're done with everything, talking and with the scene and seeing what's the update with him, and then we'll definitely get you an answer later. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this is an investigation into, what do we call it, a domestic dispute. Real quick, have you taken any alcohol or medication or narcotics today?
No.
No.
I have just like medicine that I do, but nothing that was mind altering.
Oh, okay. Like what?
I actually don't know what it's called. Taking the medications for.
What's the medication for? If you don't mind me asking. What is your level of education? Was the last grade or did you graduate?
From college.
From college? Okay. What college was that?
ACC and Santa Monica Community College.
How long of school did you do there? Approximately.
It's like at each one, well, ACC about a year and a half, I think.
Uh-huh.
Santa Monica, like a semester or two.
Okay.
That was never for me.
Okay. Do you have you been diagnosed with any mental disability or anything like that? No? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna move over to this one. Can you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would I be able to talk to my father?
Huh?
Because he's pretty much acts as my attorney with, like,
Is
I mean,
he
not
an
like for
attorney?
stuff like this. Obviously, I've never been in this kind of situation.
Is he an attorney?
No. He's just.
Well, we'll give you a chance.
We know what to do.
We'll give you a chance to talk to your father later. Okay.
I mean, before I speak to. I just feel like I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be fine. I think Christian will be fine, and I will be fine. So I mean, there's no need. But I just would like to talk to something.
No worries. I'm gonna be able to give you some time to talk to your dad or with anybody that you need to talk to. Okay.
And I want to go home and see my dogs, and I want to go to the hospital. Will I be able to do that tonight?
We took care of the dogs. We found someone. I believe your mom mentioned that's taken care of them before when you traveled. So
Love and thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got able to get a hold of them, and they're actually going to be taken over there, just so you know. So they're taken care of, they're in good hands. They're probably actually already here now. Okay, so we took care of those. Because I know they were seen, they were going back and forth, they seemed a little, I know how dogs are. We're all dog lovers here, all three of us, we also have dogs. So that's like family, and we took care of them. Just so you know.
Yeah, the female officer that was over there was talking to my mom and trying to get the
one that was
food.
able,
Thank God.
So they're in good hands.
Thank you. Yeah. I want to talk to my mom for an hour on the phone, and I want to go sit at the hospital. Am I going to be able to do that?
So far right now, I can't give you an answer. Okay, we just have to go through everything. Because remember, this just happened, so I can't really give you a straight answer. If I do, I would be lying to you, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie to you.
Okay.
In this segment, the primary detective poses open-ended questions to Courtney. Instead of responding directly, Courtney employs a rather predictable tactic, attempting to discern whether Christian has already divulged certain information. It's a classic yet unimpressive act, and attempts to gauge if any incriminating details exist against her. Despite being well into the investigation, the detectives, perceiving her game, choose not to offer straightforward answers. They strategically withhold information, heightening the psychological pressure on Courtney. A noteworthy technique surfaces in this section as well. With the rights being read and a preface of "This is an investigation," Courtney becomes aware of the gravity of her situation. She swiftly requests to speak with her father. It's essential to note previous instances of abuse, such as her arrest for throwing a glass at Christian during a Las Vegas vacation in 2021, that didn't lead to serious consequences for her.
We're getting loud. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna like do damage to the room or something. Not damage to each other. Like I really want to like.
But why would you
highlight
think
that.
why would you think that you were gonna do damage to the room?
I like throwing something, or like,
Did you throw something?
did I?
Yeah.
No,
Did anybody throw anything?
no,
So why would you think that there is damage to the room to be made?
because I've done that before in our house, and I
What have you
don't-
done?
thrown a glass at him, plate, and I could just see like the way that things were going. We were either gonna get loud, or I was gonna end up throwing something, or like get in trouble somehow. So I was like, you know what, I'm just nipping this in the bud.
Did you throw a glass or a plate at him today?
No,
Okay. So if
no, this is before.
okay, so when I go to the room and I see a broken glass on the floor, where did the glass come from?
I don't know. I literally couldn't even remember how the fight started.
However, this time proves different, and Courtney appears to realize she may not escape as easily as before. Her speech accelerates, and she attempts to reassure herself by saying everything is going to be fine. These behaviors make her guilt more obvious to the detectives.
8 p.m. There's what's up in my...
Alright. So let's start from the start. You guys are supposed to take out your dogs to the park, right? And then what happened after that?
Like I said, a little bit blur.
Yeah.
I was doing laundry
Mm-hmm.
and watching a Christina Randall, or listening to a Christina Randall video, and tried to call my mom. She didn't answer the first time. And then he came back with a Subway sandwich. Before he left, he recited exactly what I wanted. And I said, I'll tell you what I want to you. And he said, I know what you want. I said, no, you don't. He recited it to me before he left. And he got it perfectly right.
Okay.
And then he left. I guess he went to go bike over there. That's just what he said. I don't know if he walked or biked, but he told me to the bikers.
Like a bicycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back, and I said something about like, oh, are you gonna like reshare your location with me? Like, did you unshare it? And he said, yeah, I unshared it. And I was like, oh, when did you do that? And he goes, the other day, like when you were done with me. And I was like, okay, well, fair enough. Like, reshare it. And then he told, it kind of like turned into like a little like argument or something. And then he told me to reshare mine, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will. And then I didn't do it immediately. He asked me about it again. And I don't know what I was thinking, but it just said something about, well, what if I'm somewhere you don't want me to be?
Okay.
Which I wouldn't have been. I love him. But just like, maybe you don't want to know where I am. I guess maybe it'll just like hurt him because he was pressing me. And he ended up pinning me against the wall. And then, I mean, I said like choking me on the floor. It's just like, they were looking at my neck and I was like, I mean, I'm not saying like choking me like, you know, whatever. But I mean, he had my like neck, and this happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe and I was on the floor.
Yeah.
I could not breathe. And I don't think that he was trying to kill me, but I was scared. And all 3 times I have been scared. So yeah, I'm on the floor, being heavy pinned, and lets me up. I'm on the, get my mom on the phone, and I'm just trying to really remember. Hey, Mom, I'm on the phone, and I remember she was standing like against the couch. Like we were obviously it was a big deal at this point. So this happened like over by the door, and somehow moved like over in the living room. We were standing by the couch, facing toward the kitchen. I was in the kitchen, and then he just like I could see like all the whites in his eyes, and he was like coming at me, and so I grabbed one of these knives. My mom got me for Christmas. I grabbed one of them, and I was like, I swear to God. I swear to God. It was just like, I mean, you grab and be like, don't come anywhere closer to me. Because, earlier, that was happening 2 other times I couldn't breathe. I'm sorry. I couldn't breathe. And it's very scary. And I just think, like, just like this kind of thing where I was saying, like, do you know if he's okay? If he's choking me and he's angry enough, he might this is different, I think. But if he's like choking me or like pinning me or something and I can't breathe, he might go too long. So I grab a knife and I said, don't come anywhere closer to me. I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom and he's coming at me like he's gonna grab either the phone or like the knife or something. And so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer. Coming at me, and I threw it. And I meant for it to go.
How far away was he?
Well, I was by my fridge, and he was like by the edge of one of the chairs of the sofa.
Okay.
Like
comparing to what
10 feet. I'm trying to think in my head. I'm trying to make the.
Was it closer than I am?
No, it was just further.
Or like the length of his room?
No, further than that.
Okay.
Oh, well, if I said, yeah, you're right. It was more than 10 feet then. It was definitely further than this.
Okay.
I mean, it isn't close, so it looks a lot smaller than here.
It was further than this.
Okay. So then you were by the fridge and he was by the couch? You were by the fridge and he was by the couch?
Yes, I was in front of the fridge. He was by the couch.
And then
behind my island.
Then what kind of movements did he make at the moment? He was going to walk
running
up?
At me.
Running? Okay.
Well, charging, aggressively walking, something.
What was he doing? Like, was he doing something with his hands or?
When he had his hands up. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Was he yelling at you at the time?
Yes.
Yeah. What was he saying?
Well, I'm supposed to put my hand up, so I really need to like think. So. Yeah, I remember one of the things, but I don't think it's relevant.
No, go ahead, tell me. It might be relevant. It might help me understand this a little more.
He said, why don't you go find one of the fucking guys in G-Wagon? Because I had said something about that when I broke up with him like a week ago. Out of anger. I didn't say it because I want that, because I love him. But that was just one of the things that you said.
Was that at the moment that he was charging you or earlier in one of the arguments?
It was before he choked me. Yes, it was before he choked me.
Okay.
or whatever.
So he gets.
So no, not right then. I couldn't tell you exactly what he said right then.
Okay. So.
But I swear to God, I was scared. I mean, after like what I was scared, and I was on the phone with my mom, and it was still happening.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Up to this point, the detectives have been unaware of Courtney's history as an abuser, given the early stage of the investigation. It becomes imperative for them to recognize the inconsistencies in her narrative. Courtney's account of the incident appears filled with inconsistencies, casting doubt on her tears and portrayal of herself as a victim. One significant inconsistency lies in her failure to provide basic details about the incident, such as whether she fell on the floor or if Christian had her pinned against the wall. Moreover, the lack of clarity on how she managed to grab the knife from behind created doubt. Logically, in a threatening situation, one would instinctively opt for a larger object for self-defense, rather than meticulously aiming and throwing a knife conveniently located on a counter in its holder. Further, the depth of the inflicted wound raises suspicions. If thrown from a distance of 10 feet as claimed, the injury would not have been so severe. The pieces of the puzzle in Courtney's narrative do not seem to align. Proceeding with the investigation becomes crucial to unravel the intricacies of her deception more clearly.
So you told me that he had you against the wall at one point, right? With his hands over your neck.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you end up from the wall to the ground?
Let me go.
Uh-huh.
Let me go, and then I started swinging on him because I had been against the wall.
Okay.
I started trying to hit him.
Yeah.
And then he put me on the ground.
He dropped you to the ground. What did he do? Did he lift you up, or did he grab your hair? Did he just kind of rotate you onto the ground?
I really couldn't even tell you.
He pushed you.
If I could have been given all these questions, I could be like, maybe let me think about it. Or when I'm trying to remember a whole situation of where I was very upset about something, which I've learned this in therapy or whatever. It's write down all the details so you don't forget. Just write it all out clearly so that it makes sense to you and makes sense to somebody else. But I haven't had a chance to have a pen and paper or my phone to write down exactly what happened, and I haven't really even fully thought about it.
Yeah.
So honestly, my answer is I don't remember.
That's fine. So he has you on the ground. You end up on the ground, and he has his hands over your neck. Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then is he saying something to you at the time when he's on the ground on top of you, or?
He was saying something like gritting his teeth. I don't remember what it was.
Like what?
He was saying something like gritting his teeth, with the whites of his eyes,
okay.
but I don't remember what it was.
Okay. And then he at one point he stops, right? Sorry. And what, you get up, you go to the bedroom, or what do you do?
Mm-hmm. I get my phone from the kitchen. I got my phone from the kitchen. I called my mom. I was talking to her, and then he was following me around the apartment and acting we shouldn't be together.
You guys have a history of domestic violence?
Yeah,
You say you've been together how long? Sorry.
almost 2 years.
Almost 2
Year
years.
and a half to 2 years.
So how many incidents you think you've had?
I don't know, but we shouldn't be together.
Based on these inconsistencies that are apparent, the primary detective uses leading questions that sometimes help suspects remember details of an incident. However, Courtney attempts to play it safe here. She avoids answering these questions, as by now she's realized that any small loophole in her story can be used against her. She conveniently dodges these leading questions by mentioning her inability to remember all these details, as the incident took place quite abruptly. The detective, identifying her attempt, tries to fill in the gaps and proceeds with more detailed questions with choices. This is when she tries another classic tactic. Watch closely in the next clip.
We say one or two, or just too many to.
Oh my God.
No?
Oh my God. I haven't touched my ankle. It's wet blood.
We're gonna go.
I just want to take a shower, God. Okay. No. We can.
I'll get your trash.
We can just I'm not trying to interrupt the.
No. You keep on.
This is absolutely the most insane shit that I think I've ever been involved in.
I think anybody that
No,
goes through this
without
would
a
be
doubt.
just insane.
What'd you say?
I think that if anybody goes through this type of situation, it would be pretty insane for them.
Okay. You said
Well, have
domestic violence.
you made a report before?
No.
You've never made a report?
Oh, I did in Dallas actually about a year ago. And he was detained.
And what happened there?
He had pushed me in the lobby, but it wasn't like a big deal, and they made it a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up getting taken to the hospital or jail or something.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it was necessary, but yeah, he had been. And then also I've been arrested for it as well, in Vegas in August.
Oh,
So he and I each had one.
okay. What happened in Vegas?
We just got in an argument in the hotel room, and what I guess made them arrest me was that I said I had thrown a glass at him,
Oh, okay.
like a glass of like a drink.
Yeah, you smashed
Which
it.
I think until that point it was like fine, I guess. Like I didn't, whatever. But they asked like, did you throw something at him? Because I guess they went upstairs and they said, did you throw a drink at him? And I said, yes, I did. Because what's the point? Why? I guess it's whatever. So yeah, they went up and they said, I guess they asked me about it. And I said yes. And they said, okay, well, that's DV or battery or something, not assault or something like that. And so I got arrested and I was held for 12 hours. That wasn't fun. But yeah, those are the two
Okay.
incidences for. I don't know what the
What about here
what
in
the
Miami?
incident for him was like.
About how many incidents have you guys had here in Miami since January?
What do you mean?
Like how many how many times has the police been called to your apartment, or you called the police since January?
Okay. Police have been called once because I called them because my boyfriend was threatening suicide.
Okay.
I'm sure there are records of that or whatever. I don't know how.
Why was he threatening suicide?
I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but he was he had taken a knife. He grabbed it in front of my face, and then I got scared, and he was kind of waving it at me, but it wasn't for me. And then he took it into the extra room and slammed the door. And he has a history of self-harm. So I was kind of just like, okay, well, let me go in there and chase him, regardless of whether or not what's going on. And I tried to open the door, and he wouldn't open the door. So I got really scared that he was doing something in there that I couldn't control. So I called the cops. And he wasn't very happy with me about that, but I was really scared.
Did he say anything that he was going to do to himself, or?
And he's threatened it many, many times, but I don't remember if he did it right then.
Does he suffer from anything?
No, that's what he's told me.
Yeah. And then the other time they called police?
Okay, and then this, I mean, the police were called because of us, actually because of us, twice. I mean, if I'm being correct. It was that time when I called, and then this time when it was obviously absolutely necessary.
Okay.
I was the one who called 911. Because I was literally asking him, what is our address? What is our address? Because I could not think straight. Baby, what is our address?
Today?
Yeah, so, yeah, it was today.
Oh.
Okay, so there was that one. But the cops have been up there one other time yesterday. For absolutely no reason. Absolutely none. They harassed not the police, but security guards from office, like young security guards.
Okay.
Came up for no reason. Bothered him, bothered me. I was about to go to the pool. I said, they said, do you want us to keep him out of here? And I said, I mean, yeah, but y'all have been letting him up all week when he hasn't had a key.
Yeah.
But I mean, no. Do you want us to call the cops? No, it's fine. Like, I didn't want him to get arrested. Like, there's no reason for that. And so, whatever. So I said no. And then he, I guess he just wanted to call the police or something, because right after that he goes, well, we saw you shove him, which he was referring to downstairs in the elevator. My boyfriend had followed me into the elevator, and I didn't want him to come in. So I go, stop following me. And I did this. And we were like, I mean, Christian will attest to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But that just didn't happen. So it's like he moved from Christian to me. It seemed like he just wanted to cause trouble.
Yeah.
So the police were involved yesterday when there shouldn't have been anything. And then I think there was like 1 or 2 times where I don't think the police were called, but maybe security. Well, if you're talking about police, that's definitely the only times that I can remember.
Okay.
Security have been called for noise complaint.
She believes she can divert the detectives from their line of questioning by pretending to have a meltdown and requesting a shower in the current situation. What she fails to grasp is that the detectives, specialists in interrogating suspects for such crimes, are trained to remain focused and resolute in extracting the truth through their observations and inquiries. Recognizing that her tactic is ineffective, Courtney is compelled to address their questions. In this instance, the detective poses a closed-minded question that is crucial to claims of abuse by Christian. They ask whether any of the past incidents were ever reported. Initially responding with a no, Courtney, perhaps mindful of the thorough investigation underway, shares valuable information. Both Christian and Courtney were arrested on separate occasions for acts of violence against each other. While the reports were not voluntary from their end, these incidents were reported. This information paints a vivid picture of the troubled relationship the couple shared. Courtney's response clearly highlights the toxicity embedded in their relationship.
And what do you guys usually argue about? Or is it always a different issue?
I don't even know.
You know,
I mean, no, kind of ish. But I don't even know.
okay. Do you mind telling us about those arguments or no?
I don't think there's a point. I cannot remember everything, so I'm not. I don't want to remember part of it.
Okay. Would you say it's jealousy related?
For sure, for some of it, yeah. Yeah.
So you think you can tell us the story one more time, just so I can make sure that I didn't miss anything?
Didn't you write everything down?
No, he's writing it down for me. But I just want to make sure that you can explain to us one more time the story.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can see how I am. Okay. Well, he went to go get me Subway. We wake up. We've broken up. I broke up with him about a week ago. My mom came into town. She was in town because of it. And I told her, like, what am I saying? Anyway, she came into town because of this. She was there for about 6 days. My boyfriend was freaking squatting in my elevator, like, little room. But I didn't want to kick him out because he said he wanted to go singing. I'm like, okay. I eventually feel like, okay, I got this under control. You can go home.
Okay.
Then she goes home. That crap with the security guard who I guess just had an agenda. That happened yesterday.
Okay.
Or was it the day before yesterday? Honestly, I really don't. I can't think of it. It's the day before yesterday. So.
Which security guard is this? Do you know his name?
I don't remember his name. I could point him out in the lineup.
Okay.
In 1 second. So after that fact, I was like, wow, you just tried to cause a problem for no reason. I thought it was just fun. I was like, why are you doing this? Like, just because, like I said, that we're over, blah, blah, blah. And he was trying to talk to me, and I just didn't want to talk to him. I really let him have it over the phone. And I let him come back and spend the night, and then he explained the whole thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's definitely mentioned that to you. Yeah. He explained the whole thing, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's agree. We will never, like, touch each other again out of anger, and he will never gaslight me again. Those were the two, like, main things. And this was a very, like, late night. So the last couple days have been, he was just great. He was happy to be back in the apartment. I was happy to have him back in the apartment because I missed him. And been waking up telling me, good morning, I love you, touching me. Like, it's just, I felt very, very loved when I woke up this morning. That's why I'm so, like, heartbroken. It's just like, why? Why? Like, I should have just left the apartment.
At this juncture, it became crucial for the detectives to delve deeper into the couple's relationship, seeking a comprehensive understanding of the dynamics and the underlying issues that culminated in the current situation. Consequently, follow-up questions about the specific issues leading to arguments were posed. Once again, Courtney refrains from providing a direct answer. In an attempt to verify the accuracy of the details in their possession, the detective requests Courtney to recount the entire incident once more. However, Courtney's evident hesitation in revisiting the events of that day raises doubts about the authenticity of her narrative. This reluctance adds to the growing skepticism regarding the truthfulness of her account. When a suspect is hesitant or unwilling to repeat the story they initially provided during interrogation, it may indicate that the suspect is attempting to fabricate or modify their narrative, possibly to align it with emerging information or to cover up inconsistencies in their account. In such situations, the detectives may interpret hesitation as a potential sign of deception, prompting them to scrutinize the suspect's statements more closely and explore further lines of questioning to uncover any potential manipulation.
Come to think of it. Okay, so anyway, he went to go get me Subway, or he went to go get himself Subway, got me Subway, he rode his bike, or I guess, whatever, walked, something, came back, and then, I was trying to look for his location, like, while he was gone, not because I was wondering where he was, like, sketchy.
Yeah.
But just, like, trying to see how far he was, because I was...
He was on his way back? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. So I couldn't see it, and he said that he would change it the night before, I think. I don't know. And he was he asked me if I would change mine back, and I said something along the lines of what? Oh, it said something. I'm staring at your yellow paper because it's in front of me. I cannot read one thing, so I don't know if you think like I'm...
No.
Okay, so the Subway thing. He comes back. I asked him about his location. He said he'll change it. Asked me about mine. I said something mean or unnecessary about, even though I wasn't anywhere, saying something like, oh, well, you wouldn't want to know.
Yeah.
Something like that. And he ended up getting upset. And that's kind of like where it went from there. I mean, it did the wall. I don't remember exactly where it went from there. And I was on the floor. Let me go. I called my mom.
So he had you against the wall. He was holding you by the neck, right?
Yes.
And then he let you go. You start swinging at him, and then he ends up putting you on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. And then.
Oh yeah, when I was up against the wall. I mean, when he had me like this, I was just trying to get it off.
Yeah, you're trying to get it.
But it wasn't. I didn't feel.
You felt the pressure.
It wasn't a long time.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long time, and it wasn't extremely hard. It was kind of just like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. And then he put you on the ground after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said something that you don't remember what you said.
Gritting his teeth.
Okay. And then he let you go.
Yes.
Okay. Then you got up, and then what happened?
I went into the kitchen. I picked up my phone from my charger to call my mom. Actually, at that point, I walked into the living room. She was sitting on the couch. I didn't say this before. I walked in the living room. I called my mom. You could see I was calling my mom. That made him angry. I went in his living room, took her sit on the couch. He came in there, tried to get the phone out of my hand. So I went back into the kitchen. And at that point, I was sitting there, and I grabbed the knife, which...
Did he ever get the phone out of your hands? Or?
No.
No?
No. He just came over to me and was trying to get it, and then I went into the kitchen and grabbed the knife. I don't not think that this was... I don't know. I really don't know if this is justified at all. I actually don't know.
Well, that's what
I
we're
really
trying to
don't
figure
know
out.
because I know I was scared, but I really don't know.
So you got the knife.
Because I grabbed a knife. I grabbed a knife and I said, like, pretty much just like, don't get any close to me.
In this segment, a clear distinction emerges between genuine remorse and manipulation in Courtney's behavior. Throughout the second recounting of the incident to the detectives, Courtney fails to take any accountability for stabbing the knife into Christian's shoulder. Only when pressed by the detective to elaborate and reiterate the details does she finally admit to flinging the knife towards him. As the detectives delve deeper, probing for more details, Courtney appears to become aware of the evidence at the crime scene. In an attempt to align her account with the physical evidence, she provides a vague explanation of Christian's location after the stabbing. This deliberate generalization of an intense situation exposes her deception more clearly.
You're gonna anything.
Yeah.
You have something in you. Typically, you don't pull it out, right? I mean, y'all would know better than I do.
Okay.
So I kind of got a little irritated because I was just assuming he pulled it out. But I don't know. Maybe it just fell out.
Okay. So, do you have any other questions?
Yeah. What's your weight and height?
5'8", 150.
How about Christian's?
6'1", 210.
210, so you're a little heavier, significantly heavier.
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as your DV history, how many times has he ever put his hand on you before? How many times would take a guess in the 2 years you've been together?
Maybe like 5 times.
5 times. Besides the putting his hands around your neck, I believe he says this is the 3rd time you've done it. As far as the neck around and the hands around your neck.
No. I mean, it's hit me in the head before. I don't remember when that was.
Close fist or how?
I'll just leave that out because I remember there was a time when he hit me really hard in the head and I was kind of discombobulated, but I can't even remember when it was. It might have just been like when we were drunk, but I know it happened, so I'll just leave that out because I can't give you exact facts.
Okay.
And I don't want to lie about anything. The last time was in Tulum. He grabbed me by my hair or something. We were both drinking. But there was a bench in front of our bed. And he threw me against the bench and I hit the bench. I hit the bench. And I fell on the floor. There was another time my mom was on the phone and he threw me into the wall in the bathroom. But, I mean, I am certainly a crazy person too. I mean, not crazy.
Aggressive.
I'm very aggressive and just really particularly just feels like in a relationship, I guess.
Courtney's statement of being a bit aggressive seems like an understatement at this point. She's assuming that Christian will make it and recover, but little does she know her being overly aggressive will cost her so much. After going through with some formalities, she's finally given a chance to change. In the meantime, the detectives continue their investigation. She's about to find out the truth about her boyfriend soon. Watch her reaction closely as the detective breaks the news to her. During this period, Courtney is left alone in the interrogation room as the investigation into the incident progresses. Legal proceedings ensue, involving the forensic department capturing her photo and authorities appointing a lawyer for her.
So, yeah, what a fucking nightmare. So you're living in a nightmare right now.
Yes.
You know?
What the food?
So just
Why are you such a
because they don't have a picture of your boyfriend, so they want to make sure that they have a photo, I think, from your social media. So they're gonna because they don't have his ID, they don't have anything, so they need to know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they just want you to identify him.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. And I said I don't have a problem with that. I mean, this is not a who stabbed Christian case. This is, we know what happened. Well, we know part of what happened.
I will feel so much better once they just say he's stable.
Yeah.
And I've been asking so
and
much.
that's what we're waiting for. Okay.
I mean, I feel like at the end, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me. But if he's not, that's just a lot worse for everybody.
Of course.
Thanks. I need as much as I can get, honestly.
So they've asked for an update, and I asked them for an update as well. So they're checking to see what's going on because they're.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I will do with myself if he's not okay.
No matter what.
I clearly can't be together.
No matter what happens,
Right.
no matter where this falls, right? It's out of our control, right? You did what you could. Oh, so anyway. This
is not polite, is it? Okay.
There's no appropriate etiquette here. But anyway, so this room is recorded, okay? So let's just, I don't want to talk about, even if it is recording right now, what we talk about is confidential. They can never use it, but I prefer that we just not talk about the case. But just talking about it in general.
Okay.
No matter what his condition is, it's out of our control, right? We have no control. What's done is done. We cannot do it. We need to move forward. And my concern is you. Okay? I will be talking, obviously, to your family. Like I said, I still feel, confident that you're going home.
Right.
I don't know about tonight, but, just because the investigation is ongoing. They can hold you technically for a while. And I know your parents, while they're conducting the investigation, they can hold you, okay? But listen, your dogs are fine. I'm on it. We're going to get you home as quickly as we can, all right? I know I am straightforward with you. There are some concerns about your mental health to make sure that you're okay, because this is very traumatic. So there may be some steps taken there. Yep, come on in to make sure that you're okay. And that's it. But we're getting you home, okay?
Okay.
So, have you met the sergeant?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on in. So yeah, this will now be recorded.
Okay.
But if at any moment I feel that they should stop recording, I will tell them that. Because obviously I'm here to protect you. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Courtney, it's 10:45 p.m. right now. Okay. Let's start off with. So I have a picture. Let me know if this is Christian or not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's Christian. Okay. So we have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. There's a way. Christian died? Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Relax. You're fine.
No.
Calm down. Calm down. Take deep breaths. Just take deep breaths. You're gonna be okay.
I need to hug my mom.
I'll talk to your parents and get them over.
I cannot be left alone in like a room by myself
You won't be.
after this. No, that's not true. That's not real, right?
It is real.
Christian is dead.
Yes. They're not gonna lie.
I know, I just can't believe it.
I'll talk to your parents. I'll get them. I'm gonna get your parents here ASAP.
We spoke to your parents, and they're trying to do everything possible to get you as soon as possible as well.
Do what?
To get your parents for them to come over here. So they're doing everything possible right now to find a way to get down here.
Deep breaths. Just take deep breaths.
I've been crying so much,
Don't.
and I just can't even cry right now.
Just take deep breaths. It's a shock. Just relax. Try to relax. And
Okay.
we're gonna get you somebody here. Okay.
Holy shit. I got you. No. No.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Connie, it's gonna be okay.
No, it's not. Oh my god. I wanted to be at the hospital. If anything happened to him, I just wanted to be at the hospital. I begged, can I please go to the hospital? I mean, obviously they put me in custody at my house, but like I begged, can I please go to the hospital? Oh my god, our friends. Oh my god. Mom.
It's been a long day.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be the same thing. And yeah. And okay, that's the last time I ever talked to him. It's the last time anybody ever talks to him. Ever. The last thing he ate was Subway.
Courtney, we can't undo what's already happened. So just this is going to be a process.
What I was saying to that other room, I said, God forbid, when like from far away, if what if it had accidentally hit a little bit lower and he died? That's what I said. You remember? I said, God forbid. Then a few minutes later.
So we can't change what's occurred and forget them before. So just step by step. So you'll get through this, all right? And I will. I think the detective spoke to your mom. She's trying to get a flight to get you some support, because we just met an hour ago. We're going to get you some support, okay?
This marks the first instance where Courtney unintentionally reveals genuine emotions. Previously, she'd maintained confidence in Christian's recovery, expecting to easily navigate the situation. However, the news of Christian's death shatters her confidence, triggering an emotional roller coaster encompassing shock, denial, and a hint of regret. Courtney's reaction to the news provides valuable insights into her personality. The physical act of touching her stomach and throat in response to shock aligns with the body's stress response, particularly affecting the sensitive digestive and nervous systems. This gesture reflects muscle tension in the throat, a common manifestation of stress. Yet, like a true narcissist, Courtney redirects the focus to herself. Her statement, "I shouldn't be left alone in a room," highlights her self-centered response amid the tragic news. Instead of expressing genuine concern for the deceased, she steers the narrative to revolve around her discomfort. Facing the realization that the situation is turning against her, Courtney resorts to blaming bystanders present during Christian's bleeding. This classic manipulative tactic involves deflecting responsibility onto others for an incident she instigated. Initially released due to the absence of immediate evidence, law enforcement had no choice but to let Courtney go on that day. However, as the investigation progressed, numerous pieces of evidence emerged, painting Courtney as the aggressor. Text messages extracted from her phone and videos obtained from Christian's phone strongly indicated that the incident leaned more towards an attack than an act of self-defense.
You did. I didn't say you touched it.
You said I did.
You were leaning. Yo, you were dumb as. I actually don't want to be with you. Actually, I'm done.
Okay.
Can you send him home?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm done.
Okay, fine.
Done. Because you're costing me money. I didn't do shit since I got this because of you.
You let Hawan say some.
Consequently, on August 10, 2022, Courtney was arrested by Hawaii law enforcement authorities on charges of second-degree murder in the case of Christian Obumseli. The trial is still in progress. It was in the latest hearing where all the evidence that is stacked against her was presented in the court. Christian's family is waiting for the final hearing and a sentence that does justice to their loved one. As the doors of the interrogation room closed behind her, Courtney's arrest marked a turning point in a tale that unfolded from luxury to legal complexities. From her calculated attempts at manipulation to the unraveling of evidence, the case posed thought-provoking questions about the thin line between self-defense and violence. The investigation, fueled by recovered messages and videos, revealed a narrative far more complex than initially perceived. What role did past incidents of violence play in shaping this fatal encounter? How did Courtney's attempts to manipulate the narrative contribute to the ultimate outcome? Moreover, a critical question arises. Can the societal privilege of being a woman enable one to portray themselves as a victim of abuse, even when they are, in reality, the aggressor in their relationship? What do you think about the case? Add your thoughts in the comments section below, and tell us which case you would like us to cover. For more such content, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.